Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Global Mindset University. Today I'm doing Passage Composition 1.
So fancy carving.
Start.
The role of the ringmaster is to introduce the various acts and guide the audience through the performance. In many ways, the ringmaster is like the director of the movie. The old Moscow Circus is one of the oldest Russian circuses at over 130 years old. How can a statue communicate? Without words or gestures, a statue can stand for something that is more than you might think.
On an island.
Island. An island is land with water all around it.
In New York Harbor, a mighty woman holds a torch.
Torch. A torch is a short pole with fire on the end.
High for all to see, she knows as the statue.
Statue. A statue is a sculpture of a person or animal.
Of liberty.
Liberty. Liberty is freedom.
Liberty means freedom. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol.
Symbol. A symbol is something that stands for another thing.
Of the freedom. That means she stands for the idea of freedom. She is a symbol of the United States. The Statue of Liberty also stands for the friendship.
Friendship. Friendship is when people are friends.
Between France and the United States. The French people gave the Statue of the United States in 1884. The broken chain lies by the bottom of the statue's long robe. The chain stands for the end of slavery.
Slavery. Slavery is when people treat other people as property.
And for the end of harsh.
Harsh. Harsh means cruel.
Rule. The statue holds a tablet. It is a symbol of laws. Roman.
Numerals. A numeral is a number.
On the tablet named July 4, 1776. On that date, Americans declared their independence.
Independence. Independence is self-rule.
Of British rule. 7 rays are in the statue crown. They stand for the world 7 seas and 7 continents.
Continents. A continent is a very big area of land.
The statue's torch is like a welcoming light. It seems to say, this way to freedom.
What is the main idea of this passage? The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of friendship between Find the specific part you need to answer the question. Look back at the passage. Can you find the specific part or the detail that will help you answer the question? Use the highlighted parts of the passage to help you. You may need to scroll down. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of friendship between Find the specific part you need to answer the question. The Statue of Liberty is a symbol of friendship between What is a symbol for the end of slavery? Find the specific part you need to answer the question. What is a symbol for the end of slavery? In this passage, you learn about symbols. How do symbols communicate? Look back at the passage and use clues around the word to figure out what it means.
Symbol. A symbol is something that stands for another thing.
In this passage, you learn about symbols. How do symbols communicate?
You read about different ways to communicate. No matter how you share your thoughts and feelings, by speaking, using gestures, making symbols, or all three, it's not how you communicate, but what you share that matters. Where can you find a dog that talks? Or a fox that acts like a person? In a fable. A fable is a short story with a moral, or a lesson about something helpful in life. Can these fables help you?
Decide what you think. There's no right or wrong answer. It's all about you.
It would be interesting to read a story that teaches a moral about. That would be interesting. Now it's time to read old tales with helpful morals. In this fable, Crow has a meal that Fox wants, and Fox has a plan to get it. Will Crow escape Fox's trick or learn a hard lesson?
The fox and the crow. Fox looked up at the branch of a tree inside. Crow was sitting on the trunk of a branch. She held a big chunk of cheese in her beak.
Chunk. A chunk is a big piece.
Of cheese in her beak. Fox wanted that cheese, so she came up with a plan to get it. Fox said, what a fine bird is he on the branch with her black feathers."
Feathers. A feather is a covering on a bird's body.
Gleam.
Gleam. To gleam is to shine.
In the sun, she looks so beautiful.
Beautiful. Beautiful means pretty.
As Fox spoke, Crow felt proud. Fox went on the birds. That bird is so fine, looking at its shame that she could not sing. Crow wanted to show Fox that she could sing. Caw, she sang. When she dropped open her beak, Crow dropped the cheese, and it fell down to the ground. Fox picked up the cheese and trotted off with it.
Trotted. To trot is to jog.
What is this story mainly about? What does Fox tell Crow? What happens when the crow sings? What is the moral of this fable?
Moral. The moral of a story is the lesson it teaches about life.
Look back at the details in this story and think about what important message they teach. What is the moral of this fable?
Which dog's meat looks tastier, the one on the bridge or the one in the water? Or is that the same dog? In this fable, what lesson can we learn from the dog's mistake?
The dog's mistake. A dog found a piece of meat. He was heading home with some meat in his mouth. The dog came to a log bridge that crossed a stream. On the bridge, he looked down at the water.
Water. Water is a liquid that fills streams, rivers, and lakes.
He was surprised to see a dog looking up at him, and that dog had meat in his mouth. That dog meat looks better than mine. Dog said, and I want it. He dropped his own meat and leaped into the water. The stream carried off dog's meat. There were no other dogs when Dog had a look down from the bridge. He had seen himself in the mirror in the water. The water was like a mirror.
Mirror. A mirror is a kind of glass that reflects things.
Dog said sadly, now I have no meat at all.
What is this story mainly about? Look back at the picture. How does it help you understand why the water is like a mirror? The dog leaped into the water. What does leaped mean? What is the moral of this fable?
Children around the world learn lessons from the morals of fables told by famous storytellers. But did you know that anyone can create their own fable? Here's how.
A fable is a tale.
Tale. A tale is a story.
Teaches a lesson called a moral. Fables are short. The characters are often talking animals. Fables are fun to read, and they are fun to write too. Here are some ideas for planning and writing your own fable. First, think of two characters.
Characters. A character is a person or animal in a story.
They could be a hungry cat and a clever mouse.
Clever. Clever means smart.
Mouse. How about speedy squirrel and slow snail, or a sly fox and wise owl? You decide.
Decide. To decide is to make a choice.
Next, think about what the character says do. One character might try to trick the other. That often
Often. If something happens often, it happens a lot.
happens in fables. After that, decide on the lesson. One character will learn. It might be a lesson about greed.
Greed. Greed is always wanting more than you need.
Honesty.
Honesty. Honesty is telling the truth.
Or another big idea. Finally, write your fable. Remember, when you're finished, your fable can end with a sentence. Fable, you can end with a sentence that tells the moral.
Why did the author write this passage? In this passage, why does the author use the words first, next, after that, and finally? Look back at the text to find out when different events happen. When a question has words like first, before, or after, it is often asking about the order that events happen. Reread. Can you tell the order that events happen? Use the highlighted parts of the passage to help you. You may need to scroll down.
Characters. A character is a person.
This one is the best answer to this question. In this passage, why does the author use the words first, next, after that, and finally? Look back at the passage. Reread paragraph 4. What is another big idea that could be in a fable? What happens to characters in fables? Find the specific part you need to answer the question. Look back at the passage. Can you find the specific part or the detail that will help you answer the question? Use the highlighted parts of the passage to help you. You may need to scroll down. What happens to characters in fables?
Done.
In fables, animals do things that you can learn from, and these stories teach lessons. When you write your next fable, what lesson will you teach?
And now I'm done with passage comparison 1.
That is really amazing job who's just did. So, you are really doing a great job in reading a passage and answering the question. Congratulations, Matthews. That was all great. Thank you so much for being
Circus
with us,
acts
ladies
often
and
include a
gentlemen.
variety of animals: bears, big cats, elephants, horses, birds, and even sea lions.
So, consider subscribing to the Global Mindset University, where you can get all good stuffs for the kids and also for adults. That's all we have, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Share, subscribe, and hit the bell to get more videos. Bye! We'll see you on the next episode. That's all we have for today. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the bell to get more videos. Bye! We'll see you on the next episode.